Hello and welcome to another Demis Hellen tutorial. This video we are going to look at the Singomaker's Fatmaker plugin. I've been meaning to do this properly for a couple of weeks now. I'm just going to show you how you can utilize it by just using it very gently, just using a few bits and bobs here and there. It takes a while to get, well, it doesn't take a while to get your head round, but once you understand how it works, it's one of those things where you can just tweak things very gently. You don't have to turn a knob right up. So let's have a look at the kick and snare here. Okay, so on here we have a series of other presets, plugins shall we say, but we've put Fatmaker on here at the end, and I've just boosted the gain here on the low frequencies, and I have chosen the frequency here and I've just kept the position as default. So if we just have a quick look over what is going on, we have the high pass filter here, the low pass filter here, so these are like global ones for the whole channel. So you could make some crazy effects there by doing some automation. Same with the low pass. And then we have low filter, low mid, high mids and high. So frequency, should we say. So here on the kick drum, I've boosted the gain here by 3.6, and I've attenuated the frequency to where it sounds nice and punchy, because obviously I haven't got a visual like on FabFilter. You have to do it by ear, so where it sounds the best. So let's have a look at 0. And we'll just turn that back down. Okay, so the frequency, I'm going to boost the gain here. So we've got a bit of a difference. Sounds punchier. But at the moment we're controlling, if you look under here at this frequency section, we have 34 Hz we're currently sat at. So I'm just going to scroll through till I find it nice. Which is about there, and that adds a little bit of punch into the sound, and all I've done is raise the gain ever so slightly. Then we can do the same for the high mids or the high frequencies, so I just want to add a little bit more click just to make that tambourine pop out a little bit more. So I'll turn up the gain just a little bit. I'm going to make it a bit of a wider curve. So we have a little bit more presence, the snares come out because we're controlling the snare and the kick together. So let's just bypass this. Okay, so we've got a very flat sound. We've added the little bit of the low frequency in there to boost the presence of the kick, and then this to boost the top presence, so it'll help cut through the rest of the mix when it's all built up. So let's just have a listen. And that's even with all of this on here. So like FabFilter, I've got a bit of a boost on there. I've got the compression on there, and then this is going through the Vengeance multiband compressor here. So I've just built up a little bit of a preset there to experiment, and it sounded good, so that's where I'm leaving it. So that's a quick overview of how to do it with the kick drum. So now I have this sound here, so if we solo it, I'll just go into Fatmaker and turn this off. Okay, so we have this sound. So in context, we have... So it's quite buried at the moment, and all it's got is FabFilter on here. Just done a little bit of simple shaping, got rid of some of the mids here with a scoop, and this is where the kick operates, and then just a bit of a roll off there to get rid of any of the muddiness. So here, if we turn this on, you can hear the presence. So I haven't finished cutting it through the mix. This is where I had the idea for the video for you. So what I've done is, if you look, in fact I've actually reset it here. Yeah, I've reset it, so that's good. That's quite good, because it does make a little bit of a difference there. My ear's just playing tricks. Right, so we're going to make it cut through above that without actually turning the volume up on there. We are going to help it have a little bit of space. So we're going to have a look at the high mids here, possibly the low mids there. We're not going to do anything on the low frequencies here. So let's have a go at the high mids. Just have a sweep. Let's turn it on as well, that would help. Sounds quite nice there. So remember, about 3000 Hertz. Let's just turn it up so you can hear what's going on. So that adds a little bit of twang in there. But I want to add that bit there. And I'm just going to control the Q. Sounds quite nice there. Let's just control the highs. I'll overboost them. So nothing at the high end's working because there's not much detail up there. Okay. So I'm adjusting it there again to, as you can see down there, 2100 Hertz. So I'm kind of crossing over into the higher mids there because we've got that set at 3200 and this is at 3100. But the curve is overlapping and going a bit higher. So let's just show you what it does when we boost the low. So it sounds quite nice actually. Especially when it hits this note coming up. Let's just have that boosting just really slightly, just about 1 dB nearly. Just add a little bit more power into that lower note. Right, let's listen to this with it off. And on. So we've added a little bit of low power back in there, but we can hear some of the twang coming through here at the top. So let's just put that after there, and we'll just put another fab filter on so we can analyse what's going on. Let's have a look when we turn this off. We'll just go for a... You can see there's more activity here where we've boosted. So if we hit there, we've got the 1000. So we're editing up here in this range. There is a bit of change here and a bit of change down here where we've boosted the lows. So if we just boost this gain here, in fact, we're meant to put this after. It's been a very long day at work. I apologise for that. There, so we can see the bass boost now and taking it away. So let's just put that just below 1 again. Right, let's start again. So you can see now at the 3000 Hertz section we have a bit of a change down here when I turn it on. So look at this area. As you can see, we've boosted quite a lot there. Detail that wasn't there before. Let's turn it off. So it has this slope off. So now we've created it so we have a bit more detail in this top end. And that is down to, this track is going to be, it's going to have a rap verse on it, so I need some of that detail from the bass without having to actually add other things into it at the start. So it sounds more full, because then it does progress on into this. It does have a bass piano key in there. So that bass has now got a bit more power in there. If we just remove Fatmaker and back in, so it's give it that power. And to be honest, through say just FabFilter alone, I won't be able to sculpt that sound as easy and make it feel as intuitive than just kind of controlling. Being limited down to a few knobs without any visuals really does help you use your ears more than your eyes, and that's where Fatmaker sounds really good, because it really does make things sound fat, and you don't even have to turn things up. We're boosting these gains. Look, just 3.8 there, and we've hardly moved on there. So it's a very good plugin for just creating some very slight adjustments, but with big effects. So a bit further on in the mix, keep a listen on that bass. Let's see if it still cuts through. Make sure those drums sound okay. We're having a bit of clip in here. I haven't got any balanced out mix. And then let's listen with these pads. So a little bit of editing on the pads, but the drums still sit on top. This bass has disappeared and been replaced by just a sustained sub. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of distortion on there. Again, we have, it's the same sound, that's why. Right, so I've layered the same sound with that, so that's going to get separated later, so they are independent. But they cut through, they sound nice, it doesn't sound overpowering, they sound nicely balanced, and that's with very minimal editing on those particular sounds. So if we just solo those, very minimal on those three channels. Got quite a lot going on here. So we've added all that power, even if we just silence all of these. We've added the punch there. But the power comes from here. And then a bit of a So it's all part of the building process, but Fatmaker is very good for making those small adjustments. It's very similar to the Exciter that I have here that we've reviewed before, which is the Petite Excite. All you have to do is just turn it up a little notch and you've got mega adjustments. So it's just like, for example, mega adjustments just by doing that there. Obviously that's over the top editing there. Let's just put no effect on there. So that is a quick look at Fatmaker. I've used it on the bass there, I've used it on drums. We could look at using it on synths maybe in another video where I've got something like a really big ARP going where you need it sounding really thick. We could do that. But Fatmaker is pretty damn good for making everything sound fat. You probably could even use that on a bus. So you're controlling an entire track, or you're putting it through the bass bus or the leads bus. You'll be able to make things sound fat pretty quickly, and then probably couple it up with sausage fattener, and that would probably sound pretty epic. Using it conservatively, I would say. But that is Fatmaker in a nutshell. I don't know what else to say about it apart from download it. I think it's literally £30 on Pluginboutique. It's really not that much money for the actual output that this gives, and probably just really good for the high pass and low pass filters there, so you're not messing around with all other things. You can actually use some outboard cut off frequencies and stuff there instead of using the built-in, because sometimes it's not as good as actually sweeping an EQ. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a comment, follow me on Facebook, and also visit my new website, which actually works now. That is demishellen.com. If you visit there, you'll see either what you want to look at is the music or film, so click music and you will see everything that is up and coming, latest videos, and I will be adding all the presets in there, the free stuff, and starting to give you access to other things once I get everything in motion. So thank you again for watching the videos and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.